PM, and note that no motions or actions are taken in executive session. Motion by Len, second by Anne Marie. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Abstained? Chair votes aye. Motion passes 7-0. Next item on the agenda, item number 10, discussion take possible action regarding Cataro. We don't need to do anything at this point.
Nope.
We'll move on. Item number 11, we have already addressed. Item number 12, tax refunds and abatements. Nicole.
The following overpayments of tax payments in total of $5,870.29 need to be approved for refund in accordance with the provisions of Section 12-129 of the Connecticut General Statutes, dated at Seymour, the 13th day of April, 2016, Dana Flock Tax Office.
Thank you, Nicole. And yes, that is a typo on the first paragraph. We're not giving. No. 587.
Oh, it's 500? Oh, sorry.
587.29 is the correct amount. $587.29, not $587,029. That was incorrect.
I said 5,870.
Yeah. 587.29. Okay, so at this point, I'll entertain a motion to accept the tax collector's report as presented.
So moved.
Motion by Nicole, second by Anne Marie. Under discussion, everybody review, make sure there's no conflicts. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Chair votes aye, motion passes 7-0. Item number 13, transfers. We have no transfers before us. Item number 14, correspondence. We have two pieces and then one I added. One is a check register. Next is a letter to myself from Chief Metzler regarding the proposed budget for fiscal year 17. And then also tonight, you should have received the agenda for our special Board of Selectmen meeting on Thursday night, tentatively scheduled for 7:15 to address the budget referendum, if we do not have a quorum at the town meeting. So with that, we'll move on to item number, under item number 14. Who's able to be there Thursday night, just by a quick show of hands? We just need 4. Okay. All right, so we'll have 5. Perfect. All right, item number 15, public comment. Is there any public comment? Is there any public comment? Hearing no public comment, we will close public comment. We will go to item number 16, Selectmen's public comments. Devin.
Let's start by saying it was great to attend the Citizens Firehouse breakfast. Always a good time. And just one thing, this is, I'm not sure just because I'm not familiar with the process or not, but since the Board of Assessment Appeals just went through their duties, it looks like they took off at least $1 million from the grand list. How does that affect us, and what's the plan for that, or is that just a Board of Finance issue?
It's a Board of Finance issue. Looks like all in it's a little over 500,000. That in a $56 million budget, that'll work out to probably less than 10 grand. So things like that are built in, so we'll be able to absorb it.
All right.
But that is a Board of Finance issue.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right.
That's it. Thank you. Karen.
I just have a question. I stopped into the office this morning to ask about what the statute, with regard to the justices of the peace, is there a number of people that we can appoint? And I understand it has to be a Democratic and a Republican thing.
And unaffiliated as well.
Everybody has to get some.
But I mean, I asked about whether or not there's a statute.
I don't know, we'd have to research that, and
There actually are several statutes.
right, we're substantially less, is what I'm being told.
Well,
But I don't know if it's, I don't know,
I was told that in Woodbridge they have 60
maybe.
justices of the peace.
Oh, maybe. Rory's actually gonna talk to both you and Nicole about setting up a time for next week.
Oh, okay.
Since that
All
one
right.
was forwarded to the ordinance committee. We'll get a date set, now that we have these two out of the way, we can move on to the next batch and start working through those. So, but we'll have more details as that progresses.
And I mean, the only other thing I had on the list here that I was given very kindly is that my husband's name is misspelled.
On, what list is that? Oh, okay. I'm sure that can be corrected by our deputy town clerk.
Yeah, I mean, Lana took care of it this morning for me,
Oh, so there we go.
you know?
Efficiency in government. Grab the 2 Ds.
It's not 2Ds. I really don't have anything else.
Okay. Thank you, Karen. Nicole?
I have no questions at this time or comments. Thank you.
Thank you, other than insult my looks. Al? My buddy.
Just wanted to say that $419,000 in ed cost sharing cuts for Seymour will likely mean a number of positions that will not be funded in our school district. And that's very, very disappointing that our state of the state has come to this. For Seymour and for other Connecticut communities, that's the first thing I want to put on notice in terms of comments. That's a big deal for us with that ECS cut as well for other communities. Some other communities got cut a lot more. I know Fairfield, I think, was the highest cut at 3.4 million. It's ridiculous.
Well, several Fairfield County towns in the governor's proposal lost all of their ECS funds.
Yeah, that was all of their funding. That's
But
my understanding.
I've been kind of tracking it over the last couple days. Even the Speaker of the House basically called the governor crazy. And there was a little back and forth between the two of them. So I don't think this is something that is going to pass at that level. I think there will be cuts, but I don't think it'll be to the extent that in the governor's budget. But we need to be
Right.
prepared.
And I'm talking
for that.
about what the governor's proposing.
Yeah.
This is not
Yeah.
definite yet, but it doesn't look good. So I hope you're right that they're not slashed to the point that, because that's just gonna transfer the burden down to municipalities. Somebody's gotta pay.
Well, the Appropriations Committee, so far, what they've put out is, they're about halfway there. Those cuts are about 100,000 to Seymour off the governor's proposal. So if you assume that the second half is gonna be twice as hard as the first half, so our cut will go from the 200,000 more, so it will be about a $300,000 cut, which we can absorb.
Okay.
Anything above that, then we're gonna have to start being creative.
Okay.
So,
Well, that's good to hear. Thanks for the clarification. And I just wanted to thank the Seymour Public Works employees for getting all the fields in town ready for spring for our youth sports leagues. They look great. Things are ready to go. I know kids are out and playing, and leagues have started, so it's great to have the kids outside running around and being active. And also, I've noticed that the town is noticeably cleaner. There's a lot less litter. So things are looking up, and just wanted to pay them a little thanks and kudos for doing that. I hope they keep up the good work.
At our next meeting, Aurora, remind me to do so. Tony DePrima, our new director, every day I get a Excel spreadsheet with where all the employees are, what jobs they've been inside and so on. He's also added to that a series of, he's been collecting data, so he's now reporting that data. So I'll give the report. It's quite thorough, quite impressive. To your point, Al, they've collected 5.6 tons hand-picked garbage off roads in the town
Oh,
of
it's
Seymour
noticeable.
in the last month. So,
It's noticeable.
he's doing a fantastic job. I think the 7 of us made a great decision bringing him on board, so.
Yep, great.
So we
I'm
did good.
happy. I always had an issue with that, as you know,
Yep.
with litter, people being, pigs and throwing stuff all over the place, and we have to pick it up, but our town public works department is really showing that they can do it, and they're getting it done, and our town looks 100% better.
So, excellent, thank you, Al. Anne Marie? Mr. Green?
As do I.
That's fantastic. Rich, anything you'd like to add? Okay, I have nothing else to add, so with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by motion by Anne Marie, second by Karen. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Chair votes aye. Motion passes 7-0. Mark the meeting closed at 7:50 PM. Thank you very much, everyone.